Welcome. The last class we have seen about the analog modulation schemes. And here we are going to deal with the pulse modulation scheme. In analog modulation, some parameters of carrier wave is varied in accordance with the instantaneous values of modulating signals. The parameters can be either amplitude, frequency or phase. Okay. And here the information can be transmitted, recorded or otherwise processed in the form of pulses. Hence the name came the pulse modulation schemes. Okay. And the technique is classified into 4 types. And the first one is pulse amplitude modulation. Second one is pulse width modulation. Third one pulse position modulation. And the fourth one pulse code modulation. Okay. Although it is the most complicated of all 4 methods, pulse code modulation can be most accurate and most efficient technique. Out of these 4, the pulse code modulation is more accurate and more efficient technique. Okay. Several separate pulse modulated signals can be transmitted or recorded on one channel by time division multiplexing. In this process, pulse signals are inserted in the spaces between the other pulse signals. In pulse modulation, the carrier is no longer a continuous signal but contains of pulse trains. Hence, the modulation is called pulse modulation scheme. That is, in analog modulation, the carrier signal was a continuous signal. Here, the difference between analog signal is the carrier signal is no longer continuous signal but it consists of pulse of train. Pulse train. The signal is sampled at regular intervals and information regarding the signal is transmitted only at the sampling times together with the carrier. And here the signals are sampled into samples. Okay. Hence, some parameters of carrier, that is pulse train, is varied in accordance with the sampled signal. Here the carrier signal is varied accordance with the sampled signal. Therefore, pulse modulation is a process of modulation in which continuous waveforms are sampled at regular intervals and information regarding signal at sample times are transmitted together with synchronizing pulses. Okay. The first one is the pulse amplitude modulation, which is PAM. Okay. The PAM is the simplest type of pulse modulation. In the types of pulse modulation, this PAM is the simplest one. Okay. Here the amplitude of each pulse is made proportional to the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. Here there will be a modulating signal and a pulse signal. And this amplitude of the pulse signal is made proportional to the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. Okay. The pulse signal's amplitude is changing in accordance with the modulating signal's amplitude. Okay. While you will be seeing the diagram, you will be understanding in more detail. Okay. The largest pulse results the greatest positive signal amplitude samples, while the smallest pulse represents the largest negative samples. That is, in the output of pulse amplitude modulation, the pulse which is largest will represents the greatest positive signal in the modulating signal amplitude, which is sampled version, while the smallest pulse, the pulse will be small, which represents the largest negative samples. Okay. The time duration of each pulse may be quite short and the time interval between pulse may be relatively long. Okay. Here, in this process, the relative amplitude of successive pulses serves as a measure of signal amplitudes at a corresponding sampling instant. Okay. If a radio frequency pulse amplitude modulated, instead of simply being amplitude modulated, because the much less power is required for the transmission of pulses, because the transmitter is switched off between pulses. And this is the one of the advantage of pulse modulation. That is, by using this pulse modulation in radio frequency application process, instead of amplitude modulated, the pulse amplitude modulated gives more advantage. That is, the transmitter can be switched on or off between pulses easily. Okay. And this is the diagram. You can see the pulse amplitude modulation. From the diagram, it is very clear that the first one is the sinusoidal modulating signal, which is the message signal, and the second one is the sampled or sampling signal, which is of pulse trains, and third one is the pulse amplitude modulated signal. You can see the amplitude of the sampling signal, all the impulse trains or pulse trains is varied in accordance with the amplitude of message signals. You can see. And I have told earlier that the largest amplitude of the pulse indicates what? The highest or the maximum greatest positive amplitude of message signal, and lowest of the amplitude of the pulses indicates what? It indicates the greatest negative of message signal.